Welcome back here to the EBA Girls Top 40 Fall Workout. Having a blast here. We've got good competition, great talent on the court, and even a few laughs off of it. We got Brandon Clay and some of our staff here having some good times, but Smith having a good time there. She's already got 2 steals in this game, just started, Hemi.
Yeah, fast-paced action to start it up. Unfortunately, no points on the board as of yet, but we got upperclassmen going right here, getting a second look at a lot of these young ladies. Maddie Wright out there, 143 in white. You know, we've talked about her at great deal already here today, as well as last weekend. I was talking to Stephen Peck, you know, about Maddie and, you know, about her position at the next level. A nice three-pointer there by Carly Bearden. Really thinking Maddie Wright can be that inside-outside forward presence, you know, because of her ability to face up and shoot that jumper. See how that works out for her here with this white team today.
Carly Bearden, she's number 79 in the black jersey, just scored that last bucket. Her versus Maddie Wright is going to be a very fun matchup to watch here in this one. Cross-court pass, quick catch and shot. Knocked down by number 80. That's Kamaria Smith.
Kamaria Smith going to step on the court this year for the North Gwinnett Lady Bulldogs. Just right across Peachtree Industrial Boulevard here from Lanier High School. But this black team is off to a zooming start as LaShayla Bennett's going to get this three-point play.
They're not playing games. They're not playing. As a camp coach, it's been a nice little rivalry developing between Camp Coach 1, Brandon Clay, and Camp Coach Brandon Mayweather. The battle of the Brandons, and Team Black is up right now. That was nice defense and nice steal by Bearden. And you saw once she saw it was LaShayla Bennett and one other defender ahead, she just kind of threw that ball and let LaShayla Bennett do the rest.
Bennett, 86 there in black. Great in transition. But I've been, and you see it right on cue here, shoot the gap and going to get another transition layup opportunity.
That one's too easy for her. It was like a corner jump in the route there. She was all over that one. Easy layup on the other side.
Now this white team is rattled right now, down 11-0 real quickly.
Bennett with the rebound. No signs of letting up here either by Team Black, as they're defending well, rebounding, and not taking very long to score once they do. Barrow had the rebound, tight-roped along the sideline. Wide open look. Too strong on that shot, Megan Lewis. Uh-oh. Bennett with the Euro. The extended Euro. It seems like she stepped on one side of the paint with the right foot. The left foot was on the complete other side of the key.
Good job there by number 85, Jessica Sparks, being on the weak side to clean that up.
Sparks had a very good game online on the last webcast that we did with her camp team. Even had a stretch where she scored 9 straight points for her squad.
That's right. Sparks out of Seneca, South Carolina. We mentioned it before. Home of current Ohio State redshirt freshman Kiana Holland. Spoke to Holland's father just a moment ago, said that Kiana is ready to go. Ohio State coach McGuff and company are geared up for this season, and just really fun to see all the different connections and relationships that you build through this EBA series.
Sparks doesn't take her long at all as we see her there catch and knock down the 3. Here's Locke with the steal. Gets it ahead. Yeah. Really turned on the burners there. We've seen the strength from John Johnson. There we see a prime example of the speed as well.
I love Johnson's game. You know, she's just one of those ball players. I don't know if she's got a particular position on the floor that you can say she's a small forward, power forward, whatever it is. She's just going to make plays for you. You see her running out in transition here. Just that consummate hustle player, and a nice lay-in there by 148 in black, Kathleen Wilson.
I want to know what Brandon Clay told Team Black before this game started. I mean, we've had good energy throughout this entire camp, but Team Black is really playing like this is their club team. All over it, team defense. They force a steal. Bennett picks it up, drops it off to Johnson. And while Team Black is doing a great job, I want to pay attention to Smith, their number 20, Jasmine Smith, because I think that right play shows some of the things that you talked about in some of our earlier webcasts as far as how gritty Smith plays, but also how, how smart she plays on top of the toughness. For a prime example, Team Black has really been running away with things. They've got a lot of momentum. She sticks in right there and commits the hard foul there on Johnson. And it really takes just that to disrupt Johnson from kind of putting you in the rim as well.
Yeah, I'm sorry, Mark.
No, go ahead, Henry.
I was just going to say, with Smith, she's a prime example of a kid that her character shows through regardless of the situation. Nice cross-court pass there, and Locke gets a lay-in. But she's just one of those kids that's going to keep playing hard regardless if they're up 20 or down 20. If you're a kid of character, you just know that you can count on them all the time.
Most definitely. Been able to see that throughout the games today. So it'll be Team White's ball out of bounds. Smith to inbound it, gets it to right. Smith trying a three-pointer, no good.
It's just one of these situations here where White has a lot of good shooters. And they may be relying upon, the jump shot a little bit too much right now, but even the good looks that they've had aren't falling, and that's one of the reasons why you've got such this lopsided score. And Johnson, once again, going to work underneath.
That's what she does. I mean, when she seals off, she seals off. And once she catches the ball that low, it's kind of going to be her shot to miss because she's going to make sure that shoulder keeps you off of her.
Yeah. Gets great position. It's just unusual to see really a kid of any size that understands angles and spacing as well as Johnson does. You wish some of your bigger kids a lot of times would be able to use their body as well as Johnson does.
Yeah. Locke decides to stop and pop. Ice cream.
Good pull-up jumper there by Brianna Locke. 2016 prospect, going to play her high school ball at Flowery Branch this year. And again, you see Megan Lewis can't get her three-point jumper to fall.
Johnson leaves the left-hand layup just short. A spin move. It's going to be blocked out of bounds, but nice move there by number 92, Kiera Knight.
Kiera Knight, high school teammate of the aforementioned Brianna Locke. Knight, also a junior, going to play at Flowery Branch this year. Expecting big things, going to go back to the white team. Every camp, there's always a prospect or two that I kind of circle on my notes and say, hey, check back with this kid in 6 months and we'll find out, which way she's going. And for this camp, Knight is going to be that prospect. I like her size. She's got good size for a perimeter player. You've seen her ability to drive, some ball handling ability. But she's going to have to be a kid, the next 6 months, 9 months really. She's going to have to put in some work, to polish out that skill set, to develop a specialty of, what is it, that she can bring. Heading into her junior year, she's one of those prospects of what I would say potential. She's got the potential to be a very good player. Whether or not she turns into a prospect of production rather than potential will really be up to her.
That's a good assessment there, him. Definitely want to keep an eye on, as well as that Flowery Branch program as a whole. Like you mentioned a couple minutes ago, Not sure if you've always been able to say that about the program, and not to knock them, but it's just they've got some very good reasons for optimism going into this season.
And done a good job of keeping players at home and really developing a good overall system.
Pass a little too tall for LaShayla Bennett there. John A. Johnson trying to feed Bennett on the inside there, that last possession. Nonetheless, Team White has it. Knight off the mark on the jump shot.
Coach Mayweather over here really trying to coach up this White team. Trying to, help them get some points. Bring this deficit a little bit more manageable going into halftime.
Team Black attacking the offensive glass. They get a couple tries. And their last one cashed in by Carly Bearden. Coach Mayweather wanted to swing, but I think we're seeing Knight in a mode to where, look, we've kind of, we sputtered out of the gate a little bit. I'm going to go down swinging.
Yeah.
But Kathleen Wilson tickles the twine on the three-pointer there.
Mentioned Wilson before, going to be a junior at North Gwinnett High School next year.
Smith too strong on the three-pointer. Tough shot there by Johnson. But again, you've got Wilson.
Yeah.
Kathleen Wilson been relentless on the offensive glass.
Yeah, typically you look at a kid like Wilson, you say, all right, well, she's one of those, kind of wing players that's going to float around the perimeter and just look for a shot all the time. But I've been impressed by her and her willingness to rebound the ball, defend, really just be a hustle player. And for that matter, too, Carly Bearden as well, too. I don't know if she's still out there on the court or not, number 79 and Black. Bearden is another one of those wing forwards as well that has impressed me with her willingness to post up, quite honestly. She hadn't got a lot of, post touches, to fall, but she's, overall showing more of a willingness to play physical, which has been a question as of late.
Yeah, couldn't agree with you more on Bearden. Beyond the, playing physical, just, you see her score, which she can obviously do. But we've had conversations to where, aside from that scoring side of things, when you're maybe not getting as many touches or as many buckets as you would like, how can you affect the game in other ways?
You're right.
And that's been an area she's really shown development in. We've seen some games where she's not getting a whole lot of touches, and the box score might not show you the little things that she's doing.
No doubt. And look here, back-to-back possessions. She hits the corner three, and then in transition makes the extra pass to get the assist. Bearden with her size, close to 6 foot tall maybe. She's got to learn to be able to use that length and that size to her advantage regardless of where she's at on the court, and she's showing that a little bit better here today.
Under a minute here in the first half. Bennett going to try the three-pointer off the mark. Long rebound to Smith. Smith weaving through. Cash.
Some good things going to happen over there at Collins Hill High School this year, Marcus. Got some young kids coming in, and Jasmine Smith is going to be one of those leaders that the Lady Eagles are going to want to count on.
One of the best Lady Eagles to come through Collins Hill, Maya Moore, her old high school.
No doubt, no doubt. And there's Carly Bearden once again getting a reversal.
and welcome back to the EBA Top 40 Fall Workout as we're ready to start the second half. It looks like they've taken a different approach here to this second half. They've restarted the clock, and they're going to play this as a game of two separate halves.
Yeah, also made a little trade in the middle of it all. LaShayla Bennett going over here to the white team.
That went down quicker than the Percy Harvin to the Jets trade right there.
Yeah, I looked up yesterday and it said Percy Harvin to the Jets. Where did that come from? Well, unlike Percy Harvin, I don't think LaShayla Bennett was a problem in the locker room. I don't think that was the reason for the trade here.
We got a fast break bucket. They're on the other end. Team Black still off to a good start. As they get the first deuce of the second half, here's Barrow over to Bennett. How many times have we seen Maggie Wright get the ball in the post this game? I'm just curious.
There haven't been a whole Brianna Locke, a big reason why Maddie hadn't been able to get a lot of those post feeds, gets that jump hook right there. There have been a lot of attempts, however, the post defender has been able to get their hand on several of them. Maddie's going to get this one. Can't get it to go. And I don't know. I think looking back on film, Maddie is going to have to figure out, well, is this a guard passing problem or is this me not holding my seal problem? And I can't make that judgment from where I'm at right now. I would have to look at the film again. But I see the foot area.
Stevens off the mark on the jumper. Here's Bearden. Kicks out to Sparks. That is Sparks. I must have been thinking of Chris Parks, the Lanier Longhorn that'll be suiting up for Coach Huckabee this season. But no, that is number 85, Jessica Sparks. She's had a good camp so far.
Yeah, no doubt. She's hit several jumpers. Been real active on the defensive end as well, too. It's been a good camp for her for sure.
Wilson to Sparks. Sparks drops it off for Locke. And Locke with the finish.
Good outlet pass, good extra pass right there by Team Black, and they're still up 11-4 here.
Bennett will bring it up. Of course, it is a Peach State event in the Peach State, but the state of South Carolina is definitely represented today. Bennett. Nice little split through, protecting it like a running back running through there. Laying it up inside.
Yeah, even though Bennett might have, what some people would term a thin frame, she showed that she's got exceptional strength, especially with her hands. She's not going to have the ball taken away from her in traffic because she is, a stronger kid in that way.
Yeah, when you cuff that ball like that and protect it with both arms, when that's done the right way, it's hard for it not to end up in a good outcome, for that player, because either they're going to, swipe at you and all they're going to get is arm as you protect the ball, or for them to really tie it up, it's hard for them to do that without some sort of foul being incurred when you do it appropriately.
Yeah, good point, Marcus.
So we've got just over 10 minutes left to play here in the second half. Number 90, there in the white jerseys, Shayla Barrow checking in for Bennett. Here's Wilson. Seen the stroke from the outside. Here she puts it on the floor.
That's almost textbook right there by Wilson. Hesitated an extra half second, let Smith close out real long, and then she took it right to the rim to score.
As it looks like the team white live by the three, die by the three.
I like the rebound there by Barrow. Maybe a little shot fake would have been able to get Smith up off the ground, and she would have been able to draw the foul. but instead, she gets that thing blocked, and now the black team has it.
Here's Sparks. Bearden wants it inside, has the smaller Smith on her. Still calling for it, hasn't gotten it just yet. Locke with other intentions, and one.
Locke has been so good here today. Driving the ball, finishing at the rim.
Locke's been good, but Bearden also doing what you mentioned you'd like to see more of, using that size regardless of where she is on the floor. And there you saw her with the size advantage over Smith. Was calling for it. I mean, it still worked out. Locke able to get the and one, but Bearden with the recognition there on the inside. Get it ahead to Johnson. Wright in hot pursuit. Gets a block. Nice defense by Wright.
Johnson did a great job of shot faking, but her shot fake was too quick. You got to give it time to work, so to speak.
Yeah.
Good cut there by Johnson. You always like to see kids take to heart what you learn in camp offense implementation and use it in gameplay.
Smith with it. Smith guarded by Smith. Now over to Bearden. Three in the key, gonna go against Johnson. Shayla Bennett with it up top. Over to Barrow. Barrow looking inside for Wright. Locke wasn't sealed off. She comes up, pokes it away. Johnson passed a little too tall for Bearden. Barrow's tied up. Finds a way to get out of there. Just under the 6-minute mark left to play here in the second half. Got girls action for you now. Be sure to stick with us after this. We'll also have the boys fall workout and camp games from that segment also.
Yeah, excited about that slate of games there, Marcus. That should be a good one for sure.
They feed it to Wright. Wright gets a trip to the free throw line. Like what we saw from her free throw stroke there at the Coach Hemme fall workout up there in Tennessee. We'll see if she brought it down 75. Good to go on the free throw. Chattanooga, Tennessee native, Wright.
Boyd Buchanan High School for Maddie Wright. Boy, oh boy. Brianna Locke really showing her scoring ability in that 8-foot area.
Shayla Bennett drawing some oohs and ahs, unable to finish there. Leaves it just short. Wilson ahead to Smith. Smith tries to take the deepest two you can take, has it partially blocked. But Locke's right there at the right place, right time. Bennett off the mark on the three. Kathleen Wilson with the rebound. Ahead to Locke.
Seeing the versatility of Locke right here. You saw the scoring ability and now the distributing.
And it's finished by Smith. Initial attempt missed there by number 73, Rashana Porter. But it's rebounded by Wright, who was fouled on the putback attempt. Another free throw knocked down for Wright. Up top to Sparks. Smith going to try the tray. Bennett driving baseline, too easy.
And again, the hesitation move there by Bennett really set all of that up. And then her body control there in the lane, being able to even take a little bit of a bump, was big.
We approach the 2-minute mark here in this one.
Nice pick and roll action right there from the wing. And it was Bearden to Wilson. Like to see kids being able to play multiple positions here and do various things. You know, even if you're a wing player, well, you can still set the screen as a wing.
Seen that versatility from Wilson this entire day, and when you look at Bearden and Locken and their ability to not only score the ball but distribute and make plays for others, I think that reflects not only their high school programs well, but also Coach Ken Huffman and the job he's been able to do with that EOTO program.
Without a doubt. Of course, you know, Adrian Penland at AdrianPenlandBasketball.com. Check out his camps and a lot of his drills at his website. Work with those kids quite a bit as well too. You know, in the end, it's not as a lot of these coaches and trainers will tell you. It's not as much, you know, about the name, you know, that's training a kid as much as it is with the kid just willing to put the time in to do it. And if a kid has multiple voices that is in her ear, making sure that they're doing the right thing, you know, that's what it's all about. And that's what's evident, you know, here today.
Couldn't agree more, Hemi, as we approach the final 20 seconds of this one. LaShayla Bennett not done yet, as that one knocked out of bounds.
Marcus, as always, it's been a pleasure to join you on the broadcast. Look forward to next time on the SUVtv.
Most definitely.